But some foreign filmmakers came here in much more precarious circumstances. Roman Polanski, with just one art house success, Knife in the Water, under his belt, arrived in early '64 with his flatmate from Paris, Gerard Brach. They stayed with a Polish friend, Jean Gutowski, an aspiring film producer.
We needed some bread. We had to live. You know, Gérard, myself, Jean Gutowski needed to make a picture. So we had to come up with something which had chances of being accepted. Therefore, we thought of a kind of horror film. I had Deneuve in mind all the time as we were working on it. I knew that there would be pressure to use an English actress, but I thought she was the right type for that role. And she lives in London. I didn't know what would be the right place, what would be the accent, who was she. I asked Jean Gutowski, where do you think this type of people live? What is the best area here that it will seem most realistic? And he said South Kensington, and we went to look up streets and then houses.
We had to place the owners of their flat in the right context of sort of where would they be living in London. They would not probably be living in Belgravia. They may not be living in. So South Kent seemed like at that time would have an appropriate place, kind of a mention block where we played young Hendry and his girl who played his wife, the sister of Catherine Deneuve, and it worked very well.
Ah, the beautiful younger sister. Comment ça va?
I had some basic knowledge of English. Some of them spoke French. Jean would translate my Polish. I remember him always saying, what are you going to England for? I'm going to polish my English. Don't you think your English is Polish enough? I think that my lack of knowledge of this language was one of the main problems, actually.
The screenplay of Repulsion was by Gerard Brach, who has since written Jean de Florette and The Name of the Rose.
Il est revenu, Roman, en disant il faut qu'on fasse un film qui soit accrocheur, qui soit fort. La volonté qu'on a eue de départ, c'était de faire un film qui fasse peur, surtout, n'est-ce pas? C'était axé sur la peur. Et petit à petit, on l'a écrit, si mes souvenirs sont bons, je crois en 3 semaines, pas plus.
How was it that you fell in with the Compton Group? Or
Because nobody else wanted me. And Compton needed some upgrading. You know, they started by the Compton Cinema, which was a way of getting around the censorship for films which were very daring in those times. We knew that sex has to be an element in it. And I felt like making a scary movie, you know. I wanted to do it. We knew a girl in Saint-Germain-des-Prés who was quite innocent, young and delicate, and looked very sweet. One of our friends started dating this girl, and then he was telling us that he was discovering an entirely different side of this girl. It was a great surprise to us. And I thought that's a good departure for a story, and we wrote Repulsion.
Il y avait une sorte de dichotomie dans les idées, c'est que eux pensaient qu'on allait faire quelque chose de très trivial, mais on pouvait pas, puisque comment on peut pas changer sa nature. Alors donc on a fait Repulsion, qui petit à petit s'est avéré être un film sérieux sur la schizophrénie, pathologie particulière.
Catherine Deneuve surprised everybody in August 1965 by pulling herself together and marrying photographer David Bailey after an 8-week affair. The ceremony at St. Pancras Town Hall joined together the two reigning monarchs of the in crowd. She wore a little black number, and he wore jeans and a blue polo neck. It was, as one newspaper pointed out, a bad day for the brothers Moss,